The Blue Blur 3D Sonic Animations commented, "What is your main goal in life?" Well, my main goal in life, to be honest, I haven't really figured out yet. Part of me wants to say that it's to become a professional 3D animator that works for a big-time studio like Pixar, DreamWorks, or even Disney. Or the other part of me wants to say that I just honestly want to live a happy, quiet life doing the things I love, which is, running this YouTube channel, drawing, just enjoying myself, just honestly just living happily and not having to deal with a whole lot of, just really stressful stuff, which is unfortunately probably gonna never happen considering all the shit that's been going around the world nowadays. But, a man can dream. MVG Mobile Gaming asks, what do you think of Project X Love Potion Disaster? Hold on, what exactly is this? Let me look it up real quick. Oh. Sir Genexus asks, Arrzee, did anybody inspire you to start YouTube, or did you want to do it against your own will? If someone inspired you, who? My major inspirations for starting YouTube initially was actually from Let's Play channels like Brain Scratch Commentaries and the Super Gaming Brothers. Those guys are honestly what's made me start YouTube in the first place. If it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't have started YouTube in the first place. But in terms of just YouTube in general, it's mainly them and commentary channels like Leafy and Pyrocynical. And I hate saying Leafy because I really don't like the way... I have already answered this in a previous question, but I really don't like the way that his channel is, turned into the past couple months, or this past year, I guess you could take it. Pyrocynical, though, I'm totally cool with, so I hope that answers your question, Jen. Dolphin Does a Thing asks, where's that damn 4th Chaos Emerald? You really expect me to know? Dude, you are never gonna believe what I just found. The Epic Wolfie, aka Ryan, asks, when are we doing that gameplay thingamajig? Thank you. Ryan, we're actually gonna be getting to that around next weekend, so I'll let you know on that, bud. White Bolt asks, since 2017 is coming and you're gonna go to school again, are you still gonna make videos? And also, what are you gonna do next after you've actually finished college? That's actually a very good question. I'm actually planning on going over to the Art Institutes in Atlanta, Georgia by hopefully late or early next year. And to be honest, I'd rather just wait to answer that because I'm not even sure how that's going to work out, if I'm still going to be able to, post regular videos, if I'm still going to be able to, interact as much as I do now with my audience. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to be able to, keep that up the way it is now, but, hopefully I still can make regular videos while I'm at college, but again, you never know how things are going to turn out. This is just one of those things you're going to have to wait and see how the outcome turns out, but again, I do hope that I am able to still communicate with you guys regularly like I do now. JJ Awesome Fox asks, want to go bowling, cousin Nico? Okay, on a more serious question, will you ever do a face reveal? My second of all, will there be more fan-based involvement on your streams? For example, your fans join you in a Gmod or Rust server? To answer your first question, I actually don't plan on ever doing a face reveal. It just doesn't feel right, exposing my face to the internet like that, unless you're in the Discord server, then you've already seen that. But, in terms of an actual face reveal for YouTube, I highly doubt that I'm ever going to do one. And to answer your second question, yes, I actually do plan on doing more community nights, where it's not just Gary's Mod. I'm actually planning on doing a Smash Bros. Wii U community night very soon, so keep an eye out for that. Question 7 asks, Arrzee, what do you prefer more, Sony Vegas or Adobe Premiere? And what other series are you interested in animating other than Sonic? To be honest, I don't really even use Vegas that much, and I don't have Premiere, so I can't really answer that first part. But to answer your second part, I actually have been interested in animating my very own series featuring my own characters. Thing is, I have no characters to work off of, so I still gotta work on that. I do want to start my own kind of series that doesn't have anything to do with Sonic. I'd probably start a separate YouTube channel for it, just to, have its own little fan base there. But again, I have to make characters first and give them personalities and such, which I honest to God have no idea how to do yet. But you know what, maybe once I start taking some college classes and actually learning how the fundamentals of making a good character and, you know, writing a good story for that character works, maybe then I can actually start a good series. But until then, right now I'm just going to be animating Sonic characters, which is what I'm best at doing at the moment. Hobo asks, Arrzee, have you ever taken any animation classes, or are you self-taught? At the moment, I'm self-taught, though to be honest, I really would love to take some animation classes, you know, learn how to properly animate, learn, like, you know, physics-based movements and shit like that. It'd be really cool to actually take some real animation classes, but to be honest, I'm very impatient, as in, if I already feel like I know it, even though I probably don't know it, I just want to get that thing done and over with. Like, if somebody's teaching you an animation class, and this class is how you move a pivot to another location, this is how you rotate in this tool, this is how you do this, this is how you do this, I am impatient with that sort of shit. I need to get, you know, I'm like, okay, I already know this, can we move on to the next subject? But I know I need to be patient with animation, because they're teaching me the fundamentals the right way, whereas I'm teaching myself the bootleg way, in a sense, if that makes any. Boy Gaming Let's Play asks, Arrzee, who do you like, Sonic or Tails? I'm not sure, to be honest. GWatts PC 214 asks, does Discord have the best memes? And any other commentary video ideas? To answer your first question, does Discord have the best memes? You bet it does. To answer your second question, any other commentary video ideas? To be honest, ideas from me, no, not at the moment. In fact, I've actually been kind of lacking in commentary ideas. I've still been thinking about it. For now, I'm still taking, you know, I'm looking back at some of my older videos and looking at those requests and seeing if I can come up with some sort of script to write for that. But for now, I'm just going to be doing these quick little sample videos, so I hope you guys enjoy those at least. Blazer535 asks, Arrzee, how long have you been playing Sonic for, or what got you into Sonic? I've been playing Sonic since 2002, and it was actually my dad that got me into Sonic. Back then, he took me to a Walmart and got me the game Rayman Arena on the GameCube, but he was nice enough to let me buy 2 games at the time, which were I think $20 each. So I got Rayman Arena for $20, and then I also got Sonic Mega Collection, and that's where my whole Sonic hype started. Javik12 asks, Arrzee, which one's the animation or drawing you got more entertained to do? I take it by that you mean, what's the animation that I had the most fun doing? And I'm going to answer that honestly. The animation that I had the most fun doing is probably the Dorkly recreation, you know, the If Tails Could Fly Forever, only because in that animation I didn't have to voice act anything. All I had to do in the animation was really just animate it, which was a lot of fun because in that animation I could actually test out, you know, Tails' animation, you know, in motion and spinning like as if he was flying. And for the most part, I think it came out pretty well, and that animation I actually got done in less than a week. I think I got it done in like 4 or 3 days. It was relatively short, but you know, I did have work at the time, so I only really had afternoons to work on it. But regardless, it still came out really well, considering how short it was worked on. But that was probably one of the easiest animations and one of the most fun animations I've ever done. Dauntless Mockingjay asks, everyone knows Tails is your favorite Sonic character, but who do you consider your least favorite and why? That's actually a very interesting question. To be honest, I don't really hate Sonic characters. It's more of a general dislike with them. For example, I'm not the biggest Shadow fan, mainly because of the fact that I don't like the whole I have a mysterious and very shady past, so I have to kick everyone's ass every 5 seconds. I don't like Shadow all that much, and I feel like Silver as well applies to that, but you know, I can't really say much about Silver since he never really got a fleshed out backstory to begin with. I don't really hate any Sonic character, to be honest. Two-Tailed Warrior asks, Arrzee, what was going through your mind when you did this? But seriously, your channel in the past months has exploded with success. Do you foresee something similar occurring again in the future? How does it feel to know so many people appreciate your work? To answer your first question, nothing was going through my head when I did this. But to answer your second question, honestly, I can't really see my channel blowing up the way it did the first time. But what I do see is my channel kinda, having its little spurts where it just like, jumps a couple 30 subs every now and then for no reason, which is what it's been doing as of late actually. But to answer the second part of your question, how does it feel to know so many people appreciate my work? It feels awesome, it really does, knowing that people actually like the stuff I do. It's one of the best feelings in the world, and I wouldn't trade anything for it. Ambassador Pineapple asks, jokes aside, what's your end goal dream? Again, I already answered this, but you did ask it first, so props to that for at least asking it first. But yeah, I already answered this, go to college, potentially work for a major studio like Disney or Pixar. That's honestly my dream in the end, but if anything else happens, and as long as I'm happy doing what I'm doing, that's all I could ever ask for, to be honest. Mecha Charizard Y and Z asks, Arrzee, are you going to do more live streams and also more games? Yes, I actually am. Once I finish up the Xenoblade live stream, I'm actually going to go ahead and move on to several other games. One of the games that I have planned right after Xenoblade, or like in between Xenoblade, is Klonoa 1, Door to Phantom Isle on the PS1, which, is a really good game from what a couple friends on Discord have told me, so I'm really hyped for that. But not only am I going to be playing Klonoa, but every now and then I'm going to be streaming some, fighting games, some racing games, all sorts of different types of games. So no, me going back to regular uploading does not mean the end of live streams, even though I will admit that I haven't been live streaming as much as I usually do as of late, which I'm very sorry for, but I will get back to that eventually, and I really do hope you guys enjoy the games that I have planned for the future. Now, the following questions are from Robbie's Jr. 94. There are multiple questions, so I'm going to answer them all in one skit. Robbie's Jr. 94 asks, Arrzee, where did the name Arrzee come from? The name Arrzee comes from my ex-girlfriend's nickname, which was Carzy, or something like that. And I guess when I was making my YouTube channel, that kind of just came to mind, I guess. I changed a couple letters, and there you go, you got Arrzee. His next question is, Arrzee, what do you want to accomplish in life? I already answered this question. And his third and final question is, Arrzee, do you enjoy doing SFM? Yes, I do enjoy doing SFM. At times. There are times when SFM can be really finicky with you, or just be really downright annoying to do, because of the fact that it takes so much to do such a little thing in SFM, and if you screw up, or if the file corrupts, or if you just have a lack of ideas at the time, it can be a really, really, really unfun time. But when it's all said and done and you get a really brilliant idea and actually start animating, and you're just going and going without stopping, and you're actually getting progress done, that's one of the best feelings in the world when doing SFM, when you know that you're doing something really good in there and people are gonna love it. Pixel Lover asks, Arrzee, what's your favorite cartoon? My favorite cartoon to this day is probably still the old SpongeBob episodes. I swear, I still go back to this day to some of like season 3 and before's SpongeBob episodes, and I get a laugh out of it every time I listen to some of the funny jokes and just a lot of the funny shit that goes on in that show, because whenever I watch the older episodes, I always ask myself, how in the hell do they come up with this shit? But yeah, if I had to answer your question real quick, season 3 before SpongeBob is probably still to this day my favorite cartoon. Lucky Animations asks, what are your inspirations and why do you like Tails so much? I hate to say it, but one of my major inspirations for even getting this channel back up to the way it was, and the whole idea behind the Thoughts on videos, was originally Leafy is Here and Pyrocynical. Now, I don't have so much of a problem as mentioning Pyrocynical as I do with Leafy, because, nowadays I have some serious vendetta issues against Leafy. I just don't like the way he makes his content nowadays. Pyrocynical, on the other hand, I'm totally fine with. But as to answer the second part of your question as to why I like Tails so much, I'm actually going to save that for a separate video later on, so keep an eye out for that. And Zane Productions asks, do you know superheroes well enough to geek out about them? To be honest, I've never really been much of a superhero fan, though I always have had a soft spot for both Batman and Spider-Man, so I guess you could call those two my favorite superheroes of all time, though I'm not too big of a fan to, like, you know, geek out completely for them, but I do love the Batman Arkham games, and I have played some of the Spider-Man games before back on the GameCube era, and as well as, you know, some of the PS2 games. So I guess you could say that much, but aside from that, I guess you really couldn't call me a superhero geek. I hope that answers your question. And that does it for this Q&A session. If I didn't get to your question, I am very sorry. I'll try and get to it next time. But for now, this is going to be pretty much the end off of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. You folks take care. Bye-bye.